Today is going to be another one of those segments that starts off with a crap ton of explanation. I can't remember if I mentioned this at all in passing in the previous segment, but I wanted to catch some of the stuff on screen in the previous segment just to avoid having a massive haul to show off for today's segment. That didn't work out. That didn't work out at all. So, I guess now I get to just bowl around through here for like 5 minutes while I explain stuff, including where shit came from, what happened to some other shit, and what I've done to my team just before starting this segment. I did some more grinding over at Salacion Town. So, the first two Pokemon I want to talk about are Toxicroak and Carvanha. I picked these two up on screen in the Great Marsh in the previous segment. However, I mentioned in an annotation that my OCD declared that I needed to grab another Execute and evolve it. And this didn't happen until after I'd already evolved the Execute that you saw me catch on screen in that segment. Because my OCD basically decided shit must be in a Pokeball at all costs. And so I ended up blowing a Leaf Stone. It was a complete waste of time, and I ended up releasing that Executor. So I went back to Route 205, the northern half, and got an Execute from there and evolved it. It was a kind of a waste of money, but I have an Executor now, and it is in a regular Pokeball. While I'm here, I might as well show off. I picked up Nidoqueen, the middle forms at outside our Lake Valor. I think it's Valor. Yeah, Valor Lakefront. So I picked those two up, used Moonstones, had to buy one of those, so that's those out the way. Toxicroak and Carvanha, turns out they're under the same sort of cloud as the Executor was. I found out that Toxicroak is actually in the grass in Route 210, the 212 rather, the little area to the west of Pastoria City where it's raining all the time, and then also in Pastoria City proper, the water there has Carvanha, so OCD went off again. I ended up releasing the two that I caught on the on screen, and then ended up catching them again in regular Pokeballs, as you can see here. So yeah, that was a bit dumb, but at least it's out of the way now. So moving on, we have Gulpin, Kangaskhan, Skorupi, and Drapion, all from the Great Marsh. That finishes out the stuff I need to grab from the Great Marsh. Technically besides Gyarados and Sharpedo, but those can be found in Pastoria City anyway, so not going to grab those in Safari Balls. As for the rest of the stuff, this is not the radar encounter. Actually, no, this is a 5% encounter though, so it's relatively rare. Route 213. It's interesting because it's actually the Pokedex number for Shuckle. I just realized that now. That's pretty good. Good nature as well. Pelipper, I think we saw this on screen, but I tried to run away from it because I was not interested in catching it. It took its sweet ass time getting into the ball. Wailmer, I used a good one to pick this up. It was a 10% encounter, ended up getting it first encounter. Ended up getting that other Carvanha first encounter as well. It was really, really dumb. So yeah, Floatzel, Gastrodon, Chatot, Venomoth, this is the radar Pokemon at the Lakefront. Actually, what was 213's? 213's radar mon? Actually, it was Absol, so which I already got. So this is the stuff from Route 212. This is regular grass, 5% encounter rate. This was hideously obnoxious to find. The other 5% of there was Toxicroak, and I found like 6 of them before I ran into this. That's regular grass. This is one of the Poke Radar Mons. This is regular grass, and this is the other Poke Radar Mon. And I think the last 3 of those Stone Evolutions that I've already shown off. So that's those out of the way. There's also the Tropius, which I have given both Fly and Cut. I've not given it, what was the other move? Defog yet, for some stupid reason. As for the team, these are the 6 that are not going to be used in today's segment, but I figured I might as well show them off anyway. I did some investment. Bertha's not really all that much different. Rampart, I got rid of Poison Jab. That's the one. Got rid of Poison Jab and put Mega Horn on. I feel like I could probably put Poison Jab back on, maybe get rid of Hammer Arm, but this is still a pretty good, just hard-hitting move set. If I decide I don't want to give this thing a Quick Claw anymore, I might put the Choice Band on it, because it'll do nothing but benefit Rampart at this point. This is legitimately a move set it could carry for the rest of the game, besides Rock Slide being replaced with like Rock Wrecker or something. Illison got Psycho Cut. which was kind of cool. I was not expecting that. It is literally Night Slash, but it is a psychic move. So a nice little bit of type coverage. Hits poison types, which it's otherwise weak to. It also lets me give this thing a what was the item, the Twisted Spoon, to boost psychic moves. I think that was pretty cool. But yeah, got rid of quick attack. Might live to regret that, but she's not being used here for this segment. $3. Now, $3 hasn't had a change to its moveset, but I am actually thinking about doing so. Because if I go back to Route 230, I'm going to be doing that in just a moment. I can get the Trick Room TM, I think. Unless it's like up in that area where you need Rock Climb, which, okay, so I'm going to be sad. But I can get Trick Room, and because of how slow $3 is, I gave it some of those Tomato Berries so its speed is as low as it can possibly go. I could probably give this thing Trick Room, and it would benefit some of my other team members like Rampart and like Spearmint. So that might be an idea. And for Tidal, no changes, but there are some plan changes coming in because just because of all the changes into its level up move pool, as well as the access that I'm going to have soon to move tutors, I could actually give this thing a moveset of Outrage, Iron Head, Waterfall, and Dragon Dance, and make it a physical attacker instead of a special one. The only problem with that, though, is that if I stick with the movesets that I plan on giving to these things, I'm going to have like 9 physical attackers, which is like really, really bad. So Tidal might end up just remaining a special attacker here, and I might end up passing on the Dragon Dance thing entirely. So I'll have to think about that for a bit. And then Dick Kick him. I really need to change this thing's moveset up. It's going to get Blaze Kick at some point in the future, but for now it's a little bit shitty rating for Dick Kick him. But that doesn't mean he's not powerful, because he bloody well is. And he's just not all that great. So this is the team I'm going to be bringing with me for today's segment. Bringing Spearmint along over Illison, and I will explain why. Besides the fact that Spearmint is only 1 level away from evolution, that's part of the reason I got everybody up to 39 here instead of 40. Spearmint as an ice type is not quite as susceptible to any ice moves that I might be running into in the gym, and so I figured I might as well, I figured that might be the better option. It does not hit quite as hard, it is not as fast, it probably isn't overly as bulky, but I decided to give this a bit of a shot just on the hopes that it will get a really nice stat boost when it evolves. I'm going to be fighting a bunch of trainers on Route 212 here once I'm done with everything else before I go onto the gym, so we're gonna give this a bit of a go. Ghost Trick has had her moveset changed. I gave it Power Gem from the move Relearner, and then I also gave it Nasty Plot. I got rid of it over Psychic, and the reason for that is because a +2 special attack Power Gem is probably going to kick Gyarados' ass, and I'm fully expecting Knight to have a Gyarados. That's part of the reason it's even on there. Wise Glasses gives it a nice little boost as well, so Ghost Trick just good overall, and it's got a move that's might find itself pretty useful in the gym. There's also the potential that I might be seeing Starmie in here, so Shadow Ball can kick its ass. Jaeger, dual screens. I was considering giving it Shockwave, but yeah, I'm just going to stick with this moveset as it is. Suricate I brought along because after her training, she's got some pretty good speed and attack, so if I could get her to tank at least 1 hit and get up a Sword Stance, she should be able to outspeed just about everything else, as long as they don't have Aqua Jet or anything like that, and just shred with Crush Claw or Shadow Claw if there are Starmies about and stuff like that. Pompoda, I needed a tank. Toxic will be pretty good against any bulky waters that I come across in the gym. And then Mitt Roast is susceptible to water moves, but I'd like to think that it's gotten enough of an investment into speed at this point that I could outspeed something and smash it with a discharge. So that's what I'm going to be bringing along with me for this segment, which is already 10 minutes in, so depending on whether or not I have to fight Fafe again, I might not actually be doing the gym in this segment, which is probably going to be a bit shite, but first thing I want to get out the way is the acquisition of this TM, which I'm going to take a wild guess and say is like in here. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Cool. Okay, that's not what I wanted, but you're a trainer, aren't you? Okay, that's dumb. Okay, so now I get to waste even more time walking around trying to find this stupid TM. Okay. Uh-oh, okay. Well, that's a couple of items that are pretty useful anyway. Okay, that's I would have been nice to know about that before. Where the hell is the stupid item? TM, whatever have you. Okay, there it is. So yeah, there's Trick Room. I can probably use that at some point. Okay, so besides that, we can now get into the segment proper. I apologize for the incredibly lengthy delay towards getting into the meat and potatoes of this segment, but we can get there now. Surf, I think I already mentioned, is not until Canalave. No, not Canalave, Celestic Town. So I can't do anything with that torch egg. Okay, that's a complete waste of time up there. Lots of rain. Lots of rain. Okay, Spearmint in the lead. Alright. In before, this guy is just like using a fire Pokemon. Fire won't do as much damage because we are in the rain, but it'll be annoying. Can I keep up with him? Jeez. Aren't you just all sorts of full of yourself? Oh boy, Carnivine. You are probably getting your ass handed to you. Unless this thing's got like... It's probably got like a Poison Fang or something like that, doesn't it? I like how I outsped the Carnivine. I remember my Carnivine actually being somewhat pacey in Storm Silver. I guess I misremembered. I tell you what's disappointing me though. That thing is going to pull up just short of a 2-hit knockout. So my F value grinding off screen has apparently amounted to precisely deck. If we're going to go with a spoony term. Yep, thought so. It's fine. I'll just ice shard it. That was still kind of disappointing though. How do I get rid of the Electabuzz? I think I just want to hit it with a physical attack. Go as fast as I possibly can. And just shred it. Oh, good. Cross chop. Okay. Shadow Claw. Just to make sure I can't miss. Kecleon. I don't have a fighting move on me, so I think we just go with Ghost Trick, I guess. Ghost Trick, set up a nasty plot. And die to a Shadow Claw. That's lovely. It's a good thing this thing doesn't have Protean, but that was still very, very disappointing. Dark type. Yeah, poison, whatever. Kick its ass. I put Crunch on over, yeah, I put Crunch on over Night Slash. I might miss the, crit rate, but, yeah. I went with the, more powerful attack on that occasion. So, I believe we're going back to heal, because, that was, slightly more disappointing than I would have liked for it to be. And that's just the first bloody trainer. I don't know how many other trainers are going to be in this place. There's going to be a lot of bog, and I get to sink into it, and it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be just the worst fucking thing ever. Isn't it? A lady just sort of chilling out in the mud. That's pretty good. Oh, rightio. Full body mud pack. What the fuck? I think you're talking shit. There is a positive to this, though, and that is there's no grass, which means that there is absolutely no chance of me running into random shit. Jeez. I think I checked the contents of that honey tree. I don't think there's anything in there that I need, which is good. Are there any other trainers? Because I was kind of expecting there to be a bunch of trainers. It's weird how I just, for some reason, still remember the majority of the contents of this route. Except that's totally a freaking lie. Like, I've been here before, obviously, and it's just kind of... As I'm going in here, I'm just being reminded of the time I went through here, and it was just completely and utterly boring as shit, but... Whatever. Okay, sea drop. Muddy water, that's good. Ice shard. Yay! Screw you, Aqua Ring. She didn't use an Aqua Ring, so it's fine. Oh boy, psychic. That's lovely. Smash you with a discharge, I guess? Yeah, that works. What is this house? Oh, wait, this is the move to the house. Okay. I thought this was somewhere else. I'm not going to fuss too much over it, mind you. Okay. So... Oh, good. Mud slap. That's pretty good. Ghost trick. Anything? Nope. Jaeger. Mud slap. Of course. Why iron defense? This is weird. Nope. Rollout's kind of cool, but nope. Fucking mud slap. I don't want mud slap. Like, I'd rather this be a healing house right now, if I had to be honest, but... Whatever. I guess I'm blowing another revive. Because I would very much like Spearmint to evolve in this particular segment. Now I'm gotta go and grab that item. Wait, how do you get it? Oh, jeez, really? Okay. I think I just found out where the rest of the trainers are. Oh, okay. I think I went up there, but I didn't go too much further than that. So I guess I need the bike then. God, this is stupid. Oh, and there's another item. My sense of direction is rather shit in this segment, apparently. Come on. What's this? Hyper potion. That might come in. That might come in handy. I can get off the bicycle now. Don't know why I don't set that to Y. I only use the poker radar, like, most of the time I use the poker radar, I use it off screen. Ghost trick lead? No, I want spearmint lead. Spearmint at least, like, even if it's not going to be useful in the matchup, then, I can just switch out. You're a bit creepy. I do not want a bar review at all. Give Pompoda a shot, actually. I think that's probably a good idea. Give it a flamethrower to the face. Oh my god. Yeah, because, you know, rain. Shit. Crunch. Oh, jeez. Because he used the next special attack as well, so it's +1. It was +1 special attack. I think best thing I can do to kick this Electrode's ass is to go in with a Crush Claw. The fact that I'm outspeeding Electrodes is, like, glorious. I feel like my decision to bring Suricate along is very much vindicated. I guess I might as well stay in. Oh, good. Well, I think if it used Magic Coat... No, I think Magic Coat, like, is, like, Magic Bounce, so it reflects something like a Stun Spore back at me. So, going with the Crush Claw for a cleanup there. That's pretty good. You are probably going to use... Well, the last Parasol lady I found was using water types, which made no sense, because usually the Parasol ladies run grass types. Here, however, you're using a cast form, which effectively becomes a water type. So I'm alright with that. Fire Blast! And despite the fucking rain, it's still one-shot Spearmint. I'm not the least bit pleased with that. And first level 40. And as a reward, I get to try to learn Embargo. Embargo. What the shit? Alright, there goes another revive. Looks like the horrid luck that Spearmint's had to put up with in the previous segment has not left it yet. Oh, Jesus Christ, really? Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna put this out there right now. We're not doing the gym in this segment. We're gonna be sticking with this same team, but we're not doing the gym. We might potentially get... Yeah, I didn't think so. Keeps laying down spikes, though, like a dumbass. On the bright side, though, we've at least got an evolution coming up. Icicle Crash. This is actually pretty good. The flinch hacks kind of sucks, though. I can't say no to Icicle Crash, though. It's like a really good move. Ice Shard's good for priority. Icy Wind hits another side of defense. Yes. Oh, damn it. I've got the move relearner. If I want to, if this decision ends up being shitty, I'm gonna get rid of Icy Wind. If that does turn out to be a shitty decision, then I can just replace it anytime I want. But, yeah. No more staving it off. Spearmint's finally evolving. Fucking yoo-hoo. Am I trying to learn anything? Nope. Let's have a look at this thing's stats. None of them are at 100, seriously? That's actually rather disappointing. Oh well. It's out the way. I've got it at 40 now, so I can leave with something else. Put the Jaeger up front, I guess. Okay, so... Cool. Not too sure if that kid in the glasses up on that hill is a trainer. Oh boy, it's Josh. I feel like handing the name Josh to a fisherman just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't know why. Probably just because I immediately think of Jish and I don't expect him to be even remotely interested in the idea of going fishing in real life. Hello, Barboach. Goodbye, Barboach. Hello, Quillfish. Even more goodbye to Quillfish because it was actually weak to Psychic. Jaeger, out the way. Mint Roast. Oh, jeez. This section of the route is actually a lot more extensive than I remember. What is this? Bug Buzz. That's actually pretty good. That is actually a new TM for this hack. I don't think I've ever established yet. Hyper Voice is not normally a TM. Dazzling Gleam is obviously not normally a TM because it's not in Gen 4. Same thing with Bug Buzz. Bug Buzz is actually a pretty good move to have. Nothing on this side of the team can actually learn it though. I'm not expecting anybody to be able to learn it really. Okay. So what does this fat boy do? What this fat boy got? What is it? Okay, that's interesting. I guess hit it with a dist. Oh, jeez. Okay, that did not hit you anywhere near as hard as it should have. Switch out. Draining Kiss to the face. Tanks anyway because it's frickin' Umbreon. Espeon, eat a Shadow Ball. And what else? Glaceon, okay. There. I guess hit it with a Toxic. That works. Flamethrowers, I'm gonna do shit to it. Do I have anything that floats? Yes, I do. Damn it. My prediction was shit. Wait, did I just... Oh no, that was the poison. I thought I just smashed into that tree so hard it caused the screen to shake. I don't even know if that's a mechanic in any of the Pokemon games. I feel like it might be, but I don't remember it. Okay. Oh boy, a police officer. Yeah, thought so. Gonna have to come back and fight him. I'll fight him off screen. I don't think... You don't really need to see me fight off every single trainer in the bloody game. It's not that big of a deal. How do I get up here? There looks like... Oh, hang on. Is that the way up there? Okay. I thought there'd be, like, a section here that I can only access via surf. Oh. Okay. That's totally time well spent. This might be time well spent, depending on what the item is. Oh, Poison Jab. That's an okay move to have. I'm actually curious if Dick Kickham can learn that. I have my doubts, because it is not... because like, Poison Jab is a bit more of like a punching type of move. Suricate can get it though, that's not terrible. I think if I want to give Suricate any type of move, it would probably be a Psychic move. Hello, Lombre. You're not interesting. I should probably grab another Lombre, honestly. Because I do need to grab one to evolve into a Ludicolo. Fucking coughing. Okay. Dodged him, full heal. Not really interesting. What do you got? You have a big pile of crap. Which I can't actually... Okay. I'm liking those defense drops, because I feel like that's the item that the scientist used, but I didn't pay enough attention. Wheezing. Smash you with a Psychic. I would just kick its ass with Mint Roast, but no, Psychic. Gets it out of the way. It just gets it out of the way quicker. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's a double battle. That's even better. Watch me get my ass handed to me by this double battle. Well, it's not too far away from the end here. Okay, how terrible is this going to be? I actually feel like blowing a Moon and Milk on Mint Roast here. Okay, I feel like save stating, because this might actually be terrible. I am very much paranoid about battles like this after that horrible one on Route 2... something. 212, whatever the hell it was. You know what I'm talking about. I went on enough of a tangent about that as it was. Okay, so, Discharge would be really nice, but it will hit Pompoda as well. I don't want to inflict any statuses onto that Milotic in case it has Marvel Scale, or whatever the other thing it is. Like the one that's like, if it's under a status condition, it gets double defense. So I want to go Discharge to do some damage to Milotic. I guess I'm just going to have to go up straight after this Milotic. Yeah, that's doing a decent chunk. Milotic using Moonblast for some reason. I think Milotic actually is part Fairy in this hack, if my memory serves me correctly. I need something that's defensively sound. Because my opponent's not going to be able to take another hit of that. I guess Spearmint? No, not while the Magmar's there. Okay, I guess we're just gonna use another Moo Milk on Pompoda. Alright, so there goes Milotic. Pompoda unfortunately got paralyzed. I'm quite alright with that. Shadow Ball to the Jinx. And then I guess Crunch to the Magmar. Oh boy. Wait, did something have dry skin? Something I swear to God had dry skin. Does Jinx have dry skin? If Jinx actually had dry skin there, that's disgusting. Thunderbolt. Okay, that's really awesome to have, because now I don't have to worry about hitting my partner in crime. I guess try to do as much as I can with an overheat onto Leafeon. And I guess maybe Poison Jab. I'll try to see if I can get the Leafeon out the way as quickly as I can. Okay. Go into Ghost Trick here, hit that thing with a Psychic that no longer exists. Because I'm totally smart at the game. It's fine. Is that everything? No, there's just a main egg trick left. Hit this thing as hard as I possibly can. Sounds good to me. Okay. Yoi. Oi. Fucking go back to your gym so I can beat you. Goes the entire opposite direction. Like a dumbass. Okay, whatever. Might as well head on back up this direction. And still get pissed off by the fact that there's a couple of items here that I cannot pick up yet. Won't be too much longer before I can pick those up, which is fine, but get me to the Pokemon Center. I'm gonna check to see if I have to fight Fafe. If I do, then I will fight him now, and then I can just do the gym next time. This also gives me an excuse to just randomly switch out one of the slots on my team for a team display of Tropius. Not that it's actually a part of the team, but it is good for... It's a good HM user. Speaking of HMs, Defog, you're going to be very handy soon. Get rid of Body Slam, I guess. I don't really need to care about this thing's moveset, although it actually isn't a terrible moveset. Energy Ball, I think it also had Seed Bomb, that Body Slam, and I think it had like Air Slash, which is actually not even too bad. So if you want to use a Tropius in this game, just pick one up from the Safari Zone. It's got a pretty decent starting moveset for you. Okay, so do we have to fight Fafe or not? I still don't actually know. Thought so. Uh-huh. Alright, let me just reload a save state here. And, gotta work out what... Well, Tropius has got to get out of the frickin' team. No. Tropius, get out of the team. Thank you. Okay. So that's out the way. Okay. Let's, see how terrible this is. I'm hoping it's not as, I'm hoping it's around about as bad as the, last time I had to fight him, which didn't actually end up being that bad. If he's starting off with, like, Staraptor, then I guess Mitroast is probably a good thing to start off with. So that sounds like, yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. Let's see how terrible this is. My hopes have been dashed. I lost. We're redoing this. And it means that the segment's going to go longer, and I have to cut shit out. It's terrible. Oh, hang on. No. Reload. Did not remember that I had a lesson to learn. He does indeed lead with Staraptor. It would make sense to Thunderbolt it. It one-shots me with Double Edge, so that's not good enough. Okay. Can we maybe win this time? I still feel very much like he did not have the right to beat me on that occasion. It might not even be a bad idea to switch out Pompoda, because Pompoda was kind of useless in this fight. Get up a Nasty Plot, I guess? I may have to just end up sweeping with Ghost Trick here, if it turns out that I need to do that. Also, I sped up my last attempt, which was terrible. I shouldn't be doing that. Okay. +2 on Nasty Plot, Power Gem. We'll shred this thing into the middle of next week. +41. Torterra up next. The way I get rid of Torterra is by bowling him with Spearmint and smashing this thing with an Icicle Crash. Take an Iron Head to the face. Tanked it like an absolute boss. It actually occurs to me that Iron Head can actually cause flinch, so I'd be very, very salty if that actually happened. But Icicle Crash comes in, strong as you like. And down he goes. I actually have to wonder now if Ice Shard could do a 2-hit KO on that thing. Heracross. Could smash into it with an Overheat. Going to smash into it with an Overheat. If this thing outspeeds and one-shots Mitroast, then I kind of feel like I'm back at the exact point that I was before. Which is going to probably result in another loss. Nope, outspeed, Overheat. That does, that'll do a nice, solid chunk of damage. I think it'll be nice to keep Mitroast around, because I ended up getting finished off by his last Pokemon, his Snorlax. And reducing its attack power and hurting its bulkiness would certainly help. The other thing that would benefit me as well is if I held on to Pompoda for a little bit. Now, Azumarill is a bit on the tanky side, so I feel very much like going into Jaeger here. This is what I did the previous time, but my Pokemon availability was not quite as great as it is here. Going in with a Reflect, because Azumarill is obviously primarily a physical attacker. Yeah, that Aqua Tail could do a fair amount of damage. And I guess while I'm here, I might as well set up the light screen. Jaeger's not going to survive another hit from this thing, so I'm not going to go on too much of a rush and make it survive. It's served its purpose. That's probably what the purpose it's going to serve in the gym anyway, which is slightly disappointing, but yeah. Thunderbolt. How much damage is this going to do? Wait, did it? Is that... I guess the Azumarill was holding Life Orb. That was interesting. I do have a Life Orb of my own. I could fit that onto something. Okay, Arcanine, I remember being pretty bad. It, like, killed, like, 2 or 3 of my team members. It, like, used Heat Wave, which is really dumb because it's a special move. But it did burn Suricate. That was really, really shit. Could stay in. Maybe Thunderbolt it. Yeah, I'll give that a go. I don't want to switch to Suricate immediately just because of Intimidate. Oh boy, Outrage. It is locked into that though. So... yeah. I thought it was going to do a chunk of damage, but no, apparently not. Because I was going to say, if Outrage actually does end up KOing Mint Roast here, I could just switch straight into... who do you call it? Ghost Trick. Eat a Outrage because I'm immune to it, and then take that turn to Nasty Plot and then go for another Power Gem to get the knockout. Maybe just stay in and hit it with another, like, powerful move. Oh boy. That Arcanine is not in a good spot, is it? Poor bugger. Got the paralysis off Thunderbolt and the freaking confusion from Outrage at the same time. Fucking rip. Okay, so here's the Snorlax. This is his last team member, right? Yeah, it is. Alright. Please don't have immunity. Thank Christ. Okay, so that's toxic. Unless it has rest. If it has rest, then I'm not going to care too much. Because I can just take the time it spends asleep to get like a stat boost or something and then just smash into this thing like a planet. Crunch. Even if it doesn't knock out, it's got a chance to reduce defense, which is going to help me in the long run. Yeah, like that. That right there. That's why Crunch is good. There goes my Reflect. Think light screen turns off the following turn. Well, it's not got rest, Chesto rest or whatever the hell kind of strategy. Just gonna stick with the good old leftovers like it usually does. I'm pretty sure he won't heal either. I will admit both Pokemon using leftovers is certainly a time waster. It's disappointing. I would have ended up at about 35 minutes had I not screwed this this fight up. But nope. He's got to be obnoxious. Yeah, because you're a deckhead. Uh-huh. I feel bad for the poor bugger. I really do feel bad. By poor bugger, I mean Wake, because now he's got to put up with a complete dipshit for the rest of his days, I guess. He didn't even agree to it either. Like, you'll find out he just didn't agree to that shit. Which makes it even worse. It's horrible. Okay, this was a slight train wreck of a segment, I'm not gonna lie, but we can follow that up with an even bigger train wreck if I end up getting my ass handed to me in the water gym. Only one way to find out, though, and that is to wait for like 24 hours and then record again tomorrow. So that's what's going to happen, and you'll be seeing that in all of its glory.